6,000 verses. They don't talk about salah, they don't talk about zakat, they don't talk about pilgrimage. What do they talk about then? They talk about the majesty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is a famous oration by Nuh alayhi salam, lecture of Nuh. It is in Surah 71. The name of the surah is Surah Nuh. They have given the name to Toyota, Noah. But in Islam, Noah means Nuh alayhi salam. His lecture is there in Surah number 71. What is the number? What is the name? What does it do? It gives in direct form the address of Nuh to his qawm. مَا لَكُمْ لَا تَرْجُونَ لِلَّهِ وَقَارًا وَقَدْ خَلَقَكُمْ أَطْوَارًا أَلَمْ تَرَوْا كَيْفَ خَلَقَ اللَّهُ سَبْعَ سَمَاوَاتٍ طِبَاقًا وَجَعَلَ الْقَمَرَ فِيهِنَّ نُورًا وَجَعَلَ الشَّمْسَ سِرَاجًا وَاللَّهُ أَنبَتَكُم مِّنَ الْأَرْضِ نَبَاتًا. This verse is a wonderful verse. Allah has made you grow from the earth like a plant. You are a human being. Allah talks in Surah Nuh. I have made you grow from the earth like a plant. You are a plant, different plant, a mobile plant. But where do you take your nourishment from? Where does the plant take your nourishment from? The lecture of Nuh, direct first person relating. Nuh is speaking. مَا لَكُمْ لَا تَرْجُونَ لِلَّهِ وَقَارًا. Oh my nation, oh my dear brothers, why are you not impressed by the personality of Allah? What makes you so arrogant? You don't bow down before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What makes you so arrogant? مَا لَكُمْ لَا تَرْجُونَ لِلَّهِ وَقَارًا وَقَدْ خَلَقَكُمْ أَطْوَارًا. Whereas He has created in stages. He has created in stages. The description is elsewhere. How has He created you? وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ سُلَالَةٍ مِنْ طِينٍ ثُمَّ جَعَلْنَاهُ نُطْفَةً فِي قَرَارٍ مَكِينٍ ثُمَّ خَلَقْنَا النُّطْفَةَ عَلَقَةً فَخَلَقْنَا الْعَلَقَةَ مُضْغَةً فَخَلَقْنَا الْمُضْغَةَ عِظَامًا فَكَسَوْنَا الْعِظَامَ لَحْمًا ثُمَّ أَنشَأْنَاهُ خَلْقًا آخَرَ. 7 stages of our creation is mentioned in Surah 23. Surah number 23 is the first surah in Juz 18. 18 parar pratham surah. You open there. 7 stages Allah has created as mentioned. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ سُلَالَةٍ مِنْ طِينٍ ثُمَّ جَعَلْنَاهُ نُطْفَةً فِي قَرَارٍ مَكِينٍ ثُمَّ خَلَقْنَا النُّطْفَةَ عَلَقَةً. Nutfa is nowadays described by Muslim doctors not as a drop, but as a dot. Nutfa means dot because a nutfa is given a dimension by embryologists. After the fertilization occurs with the mother's womb, what is the dimension? They said this is the dimension of the mother's ovum. What is the dimension of the mother's ovum? Just 0.1 millimeter. How big is 0.1 millimeter? The ballpoint dot is bigger than that. Allah says, I created you from a dot, not a drop. ثُمَّ خَلَقْنَا نُطْفَةَ عَلَقَةً. Then I made it as a drop, alaqa, drop like blood drop. The stages in our mother's womb are described in detail in Surah number 23, verse 12, 13, 14. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes, nowadays the British and the Americans and the Canadians, 2 people became particularly famous. One a Frenchman, Maurice Bucaille, he came out first. Very recently the other gentleman is Keith Muller from University of Toronto. They give their comments. This description in the Qur'an, nutfa, alaqa, mudgha, fakasawna al-izama lahma, they all remind us what a wonderful description is there in the Qur'an. How can a man who was a prophet 1400 years ago describe the stages in the mother's womb so accurately? The end of this verse is wonderful. فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. Allah Himself teaches, I have created man in the mother's womb from a nutfa to alaqa, from a alaqa to the mudgha, from a mudgha to izam, the bony structure. فَكَسَوْنَا الْعِظَامَ لَحْمًا. The bony structure was covered with flesh and skin. فَكَسَوْنَا الْعِظَامَ ثُمَّ أَنْشَأْنَاهُ خَلْقًا آخَرَ. Then I made him into another creation. فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. You can find the verse. Surah number 23, verse number 14. What does Allah say? He speaks about the creation of ours, the mother's arham. هُوَ الَّذِي يُصَوِّرُكُمْ فِي الْأَرْحَامِ كَيْفَ يَشَاءُ. He is that being who gave you shapes in the mother's wombs. Who gave you this nose? Who designed this nose? Where was it built? Qur'an gives a challenge. Who designed your ears? What was the shape in the beginning? A lump of flesh. From that he created these beautiful eyes, these beautiful faces. The wording in the Qur'an, Surah Al-Imran, يُصَوِّرُكُمْ فِي الْأَرْحَامِ كَيْفَ يَشَاءُ. He gives you shapes in the mother's wombs as he desires. Not according to my choice. And Allah refers to this many times in the Qur'an. Ya ayyuhal insan, O man, ma gharraka bi rabbikal kareem. Who has taken you away from this benevolent, merciful creator of yours? Alladhi khalaqaka, who created you, fasawwaka, perfected you, fa'adalaka, made you balanced. If one eye was of this dimension, another one bigger, how would you look? If one ear was smaller, other bigger, how would you look? Millions and millions of babies are being created in the mother's womb, a factory. Allah claims, I am the shaper. Who gives you shapes? Surah Al-Imran. Yusawwirukum, he gives you the shapes. Fil arham, in the